Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. I have been reading the manual a little bit partly while I've been waiting for the turn times to process, and just, a little bit anyway. And man, has this thing come on. Like, it really explains some of the things that I found a little bit obscure about the game. There's so much more detail in there, and I'm so pleased that the developer's done that. He's just really... it's just so much better now, and I feel like I'm starting to get a grip of some of the things that I didn't really understand very well. So without placing too many high expectations on myself, I am going to try to explain some of this stuff as I'm playing, particularly the stuff to do with, I think, just little things like kind of like the way that migration works, and generally stuff to do with how the zone administration works, and more stuff to do with the characters, because this is stuff that I didn't really understand. I think you've probably noticed that I didn't really look a whole lot at... I don't spend a huge amount of time going through my leaders and trying to kind of figure out which ones are going to be better for what, because to be honest, there's so many of these skills that I don't always pay a huge amount of attention to what they all do, and that's stupid, right? I really need to start doing that. So I'm going to make more of an effort now to try to get the right leaders into the right places. And I'm okay at the military side of this game, but I think there's more to this game than war, right? And that's funny for me to say that, because I'm always constantly harping on about how I think war's the most fun part of a 4X game, but the Shadow Empire really has got so much more to it, and the industrial side of the game and the logistics side of the game is just so interesting and so fleshed out that it really deserves someone who knows what they're doing with it. And I'm trying to get myself to that state. So okay, that being said, let's get on with the game, and I'll try to ensure that that's something that that I try to get more into the game as I start learning a little bit more about how it all works, because I've been playing this game since long before it was released, and it's still just revealing more and more to me. And I feel it's very much like Distant Worlds universe in that respect. I mean, I never really got my head around Distant Worlds. It's always been fun. Okay, there's not a huge amount more I want to do in this on this turn. One thing I will point out is, because Lancaster is an unincorporated zone at the moment, we're not going to be getting any of the extra bits that the assets will add to. So, for example, the light industry, once it's repaired, that should be sending me industrial points, and that's going to be really needed because I don't have any industry. I don't have any metal to create industry, to create the industrial things that we need, right? We're still building this recycling plant, but as soon as we can, I'm going to get another mine up. Okay, I think that's pretty much all there is to do on this turn. I don't want to build any more units. I think we've just about got this food situation under control, providing we don't keep banging out more units. And so let's roll the turn on and see what happens next. I am going to make good on my promise now to try and do most of the thinking before I roll the turn, just so that it makes some of the thinking time a little bit shorter. And I've not been doing that so far, and I'm going to start doing it, which will mean that I will have to go back through the history and the vidcom log after I've actually looked at it, and it'll just make things a little bit smoother. Okay folks, we're back. This is round 20. Now, there's a couple of things that I've noticed. Firstly, let's just go through the history, and I'll just show you what's happened with regards to enemy movements. I'm just going to play it through quick first, so you can see what's happening. There's some kind of reorganizing going on here in that client state that we've got, or protectorate. Now, we were pushed back here, and they broke through this blockade. And we've got some more battles going on here. And Centris here was just kind of doing some organisation as well. I think that's Centris. Oh no, this is the aliens on our border. Onto the vidcom, we found some fuel deposits again. So we've got loads of fuel in this game. We're still in the time of relative calm, getting loads of political bonus points. We've discovered sealed roads, which is a great tech. We've discovered high velocity guns, which means that we can now start getting proper tanks, and yeah, that's a useful tech in general. We've got 3 high-tech items, which is money, money, money. We've got some fuel, we've found some machinery, which is always good, and we've got some stratagems, which is just 1 this turn. Now, at Celtris, this is, if we just have a look on the minimap, look, this is right over this corner, or the top of the map that we've been exploring. I actually moved some militia down, and I did this because I wanted to try and get as close to this farmer place as possible. Now these guys are out of supply, and I'm actually going to spend a little bit of money building some roads just so that they've got a little bit of supply. Now that's a lot of money there, so 48. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. Okay, so this should get these guys back into supply. I might just temporarily move them back, but I want this before it's taken by these guys. Now, let's have a look at their food. They've got no food whatsoever. So I am going to try... I think this should supply them next turn. We might not be able to get it down here. It's worth a try because I want to hang on to this, particularly here. I want this because it will. This major regime will then be next to us, and we've got, you know, for a start, it's always good to take the ruins. They've often got good stuff in them, and there's quite a lot of scavenger points here. Also, it just means that they are a little bit more constricted. That might put some pressure on us to go to war, but I think not, because these guys, they are actually these are Republicans, and if we can play the diplomacy game well with them, we might be able to get these guys on our side as friends, and just kind of keep this side of our empire secure. So that's my thoughts on that side. Let's just pick up some of these missing bits of territory that currently belongs to Bloodspace still. On this side of the map, we've got the opportunity now to actually cut off all of these units, and I'm going to take that. So I'm going to sacrifice this town. I don't mind if I lose this at the moment, and I'm going to move these guys up here, and I'm just going to cut these off here. Look. And all these guys are all going to be completely cut off. I don't think they're going to be able to get up. Now, they might try and move in this way and cut us off that way, which is why I'm going to bring my... I'm going to bring those guys here. I'll leave those militia units. Okay. I want all of the 2nd Infantry, the 2nd Machine Gun Infantry Brigade participating in these attacks, actually. So what I might do is move these militia down this direction. We're not going to need all of the... We're not all going to need all of the 1st here, so... Let's get some of the 1st supporting there. Yeah, they are cut off now. They are cut off now. It might be wise to try and do some damage to them as well, while I've got the opportunity. This seems like a good place to attack. Now, it might be even better if we can get the walkers to do this. They're going to do less damage. Tanks are going to be stronger. They're not quite ready though. But they're still, I mean, the odds are still pretty high. I might attack with the infantry first.
Move it now.
We've won that one. Okay, so that was a decent combined that was a decent attack. So okay. This means we can move in with these. Those guys can also move up. Now, I'll have some... I think I'll move these ones in here. And yeah, perhaps we'll attack with these tanks. In fact, we'll send in the walkers and those these units that have already attacked here. Okay, we've fully reconned them at least.
Negative to breach.
Ah, we lost the walker. That's a shame. Okay, well they took the walkers out, but that's not a big problem. We want now to attack with the tanks, so let's get those guys to move in. There we go.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, they couldn't hold up to that. Now that's pushed them here as well. Okay. Seven to 1 looked like good odds to me. So let's see if we can take these guys out this round. We had a reasonable recon on them as well. Looks like they might hold.
Requesting backup.
Yeah, they've held this turn. That's no problem. They'll be gone next turn. Okay. Now, militia. They're probably not going to be needed in the attack, so let's move these guys here. I'll move them over this side. Yeah, we've cut these guys off now. I think that it should make short work of being able to get into Hamburg here. We've got some decisions to make. I did look at these before I started the turn, and first we've got Rachoya's Pax demands a release of a spy. Now we're going to lose. We're going to upset our military research council if we refuse their payment, but it will raise our heart profile. But I actually think I'd rather increase mind at this point, and democracy is going to be useful too. So let's just say, yeah, we'll accept their offer and we'll get some political points in exchange. Abductions in Lancaster. That means there's some slavers have become active in the outer reaches of our zone. This is an offensive tactics role from Tim Bower. This guy's just useless. The average difficulty is 169 and it's only a D100 plus 74. We're not going to make this. Unless we're very, very lucky. However, I need to try. Offensive tactics role. I'm just gonna gamble on this. Yeah, critical failure. I knew this would happen. Danger increased by 80%. Lost loads of population. Ah, that guy is such an idiot. He's got to go. I've got to get rid of him. Like he's a liability just with how bad he is. So I mean, at least his relation's kind of high, but he's just useless. Absolutely useless. Let's get a junior in and just see if we can get some, get somebody else who's half decent. So Cornelius Barnes, another Cap 1 useless person. Ugh. Like I wish you could just kick them out, but you can't. Like this is the problem with this. Zero Sanders is another Cap 1 hero. Zed Arias, he's okay. Investigation's good. Intimidates, okay. Yeah, that's good as well. Okay, this guy's going to be loads better. Like loads better. So I'm just going to get rid of this dude. Like I wish I could assassinate him. I just don't have the autocracy yet to be able to generate those kind of cards. But yeah, you're gone. You're just rubbish. No job. You're crap. I don't want you back. You're just going to stay in the reserve until you rebel, and then I'll kill you. That's my plan with him. I just don't want that guy in. Absolutely useless. Okay, tribal healer or elite sniper. Why don't you like this? What's wrong with you? Oh, he hates commerce. It's going to make things really hard.
Yes, sir.
Guess we'll go with the tribal healer then. Very disappointing. Okay. Yeah, down here we're all good. By the way, you're getting to see a rare occasion when battle mode is not playing super aggressively. I'm actually trying to be a little bit more diplomatic in this game, and that's partly because I've noticed that when I try to play super aggressively on hard, sometimes I come unstuck. We are really being crippled by a terrible economy here. We're starting to get some industrial points in now, but we need to get. It's essential that we get this. We've just got the recycling plant online, but we need to get this up now. So I'm actually going to build that this turn. Lancaster should just be about okay in order to get this running. Now we're losing population. They're emigrating. We're immigrating in from Skull Tower, but we just lost 6,000 from abductions in Lancaster. So just because that useless population, that useless governor caused that problem. I mean, 6,000 pops a lot. One absolute idiot. Let's get this mining operation on the go. We've got the materials for it now. It's going to be 250 metals. It's going to take a couple of turns. We haven't quite got the metals we need, but still losing a lot of food as well. But we need that metal. It's so essential. I might even just buy... Oh, traders have got no food to buy. Oh, that's because I've got no credits. I think I'm going to sell some rare metals now. Oh, God, look at the price. It's terrible. Sell the water instead, then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we can buy some food. So, super expensive again. Let's just buy enough to cover what we're going to lose this turn.
Yes, sir.
48 credits, and because we're constantly building stuff, this is why we're having issues with money. Yeah, well, I mean, we've I'm just having a look through these issues here. It's difficult. Like, you've got to expand at the start. If you don't expand at the start, you're going to be crippled in the end game. But you have to balance your own development out with, or your own expansion out with your own development. We need to get some more zones up ASAP. There's a big problem I've got coming, and that is that we don't have enough zones. So we have been getting colonists, so we can actually start getting some zones up, and the quicker you get the zones up, the better. The thing you have to do is, and I'm still not really I'm not super sure on how to go about this, but the relative development of your zones will deter, and other factors, including things like how cold it is, radiation, and this sort of thing, will determine how they migrate, right? And the amount of money that you're paying everybody. At least our zone happiness is at least in the green at the moment, so we should be drawing people in. If you're over 50 happiness, you're going to draw people in from other areas. Now look, we got we got 13,000 free folk on this turn. So while it looked like we had a crippling event on this one, actually Skull Tower is starting to bring in some more people, and that's because the overall security and entertainment, all this kind of stuff, the overall quality of life has improved. So that's why that's happening. I want to just quickly make some more ammo.
Yes, sir.
So we've got plenty of ammo in case we do. I don't think we're going to see much action from these guys. I don't think they're really going to do much good. Stratagems, we've got some spies now, and I want to send some spies into this.
Yes, sir.
So let's...
Yes, sir.
Okay, we've got one in there. I just want to see what... we know they're Republicans, but I want to see who's in power, because I want to be able to start thinking about manipulating the politics here. I think we can probably move these guys down here. We're just taking a little bit more territory. I don't think that they're going to move out of here now. I think they're just going to be preparing for it to be inevitably swallowed by Richoye packs. So let's just we'll move those guys back up. But we've taken this area now, which I wanted. That potentially could be a new zone for us, although it's a little bit close to centrist. We also have this little town and scavenging patch. I think that's about it for this turn. We've just got to be a little bit I've got to be a little bit careful about just developing quickly enough now and carefully enough that we're not suffering any major problems with regards to our resources. We could probably increase, because we've just had that huge influx of people. I might increase the rate at which we're taking on colonists, because
standing by.
Zone orders.
Understood.
Let's go to zone orders, and I don't want to increase worker salary anymore. That should do. We've got a decent we've got a decent happiness. Civilization is kind of low, so we should be okay to be getting more troops. We want to get some more troops because as soon as our industry's online, I want to start bagging out troops so that we can start getting more aggressive. Okay, I'm going to end the turn there. Okay, this is the start of round 21. I always get rounds and turns mistaken in this game. So, first thing I've noticed is the food's still dropping down. Now, this is partly because we've increased the amount of colonists and recruits that we've got. They're starting to eat quite a lot of food. So, we're having to actually foot the bill for the food here, rather than it coming from the private economy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start building another dome, I think. Now, this asset here, this agricultural place, it's only producing 105. Now, it should be producing 200, and I'm just trying to figure out why. So the governor modifies the food production result with -50. That's because we've got no governor. So that's because we removed the governor. So that's why. So first of all, let's go and appoint a governor, and we've got a few candidates now. Tim Boer, he's just going. I don't want that guy. He's just a dumbass. Pardon my French, but I don't like that guy at all. Cornelius Barnes, I believe, might have been. Oh no, he's another useless person. Like just category ones are just no use. Zed Arias is the guy that we want. So let's just dismiss this dude as well. I don't care if it upsets them. So, no. Get lost. He came back again. It's this guy we want, Zed Arias. Okay, this guy's got investigation and he's got intimidate. He's also fairly high charisma and he's got a decent intelligence. He's got a decent war skill as well. So this guy's just a little bit more useful. So let's get him in there. Excuse me. Skull Tower, they're on about making it a level 4. I don't think I need to do that yet. I think I'm just going to try... I'm going to wait first because that has a negative effect on your civilization score, if I remember right. So I think what I'm going to do is I need to sort this food problem out. And that means building a new... we've already got this mine being built, but we are starting to see reap the rewards from this recycling plant at Monarch that we got. So let's just close that again. So you can see here, we've actually got this one up and running. I might actually make a zone somewhere around here, as I was talking about before. I think it's about time to do that. What would be best would be to extend this road here to about here, and then I'm going to put so 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2, 3 4, something like one here, I reckon. And then we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6. We can have one around here, and then that would leave a little bit of time, a little bit of space, so we can put one, so we can get one here. But basically, that will also then help us use the colonists that we've got building up. And I think the best thing to do here would be to put a truck station. So I think I'm going to do that after we've figured out the food problem. We could upgrade the agridome here. If you'll see that this produces 200 food. If we increase to 1,100 workers, and it's going to increase the amount of food, everything that it takes basically, but we're going to get 500 food out of it. Now, that's one way of going about things, or we could just build another one. I think with the it's probably more efficient. It's kind of about the same, I think, to build another one. And I think upgrading it, how long does that take? That's 2 rounds with 2 machines, 125 each. Now, we can afford that. So I might just upgrade this one. Yeah, 28 energy production. This one's taking how much? Oops. Where are we? The level 1 just takes 10. Yeah. This is where I'm not very good at these kind of games, because I need to kind of sit and think about whether it's more efficient, which is more efficient. But I mean, to be honest, it might just be easier just to get this. I mean, it's 2 rounds, so let's just go for that, and we'll upgrade the one we've got. It will certainly, I expect it will be more efficient with regards to the logistics, with the amount of logistics we're pulling here. This extra truck station, by the way, you'll notice we've got much better logistics going out, but we probably need to get some supply bases now to start feeding these guys, because look, we're starting to get some problems with our supplies that we're receiving. So let's just close that for a moment. Now, yeah, I think that's because we're building stuff here. Might be wise to get another truck station up, and yeah, let's do that now while we've got the road. I think I'm going to build it somewhere around here, somewhere near Winkleberg, which means that we can kind of pick up on these, or these this fuel as well. We'll just do this exactly. 1 2 3 5 6. Yeah, somewhere like this, somewhere near Winkleberg, I think would be good. So maybe here. And let's get a truck station. Yeah, let's get a truck station up.
Understood.
So that truck station will... Oh, hold on. Let me just cancel that. Yeah, that won't cost anything to cancel. Just cancel that sec, and then we'll just do it again. And this time I'm actually going to create it as a new zone. So we go to... Oops. There we go. And you click on create new zone, look. And we go to truck station. And that will create it as a new zone. So we're going to have a new zone here, and that will we'll basically use this. We'll use all our colonists that we're accumulating, and we'll send them straight into this zone. And we'll use, if we've got Boomtown, which I think I had, we will also use the Boomtown in order to. Yeah, there we go. We've got Boomtown, so we'll use that to get some extra population in quick. Okay, let's go to the military side of things now. My men are actually suffering with regards to their readiness. You'll notice that their readiness is going to be kind of low because they're out of supply. So I want to try and finish off these wars pretty quick. Yeah, let's just get them all in. We are losing some men. So we went in quite aggressively, but that's okay. So we've taken those out, and that's a good job done. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm sure that we had a truck station up. Maybe this truck station is just not high enough level yet in order to push out the supplies that we need. I'm going to get this road linking up here. Well, we can't quite do it. Yeah, we can't quite do that. Yeah, the problem is because we've got this thing on the go here, the metal mine. That's kind of taking trucks away from this job here. So let's get this truck station up here, and then I do need to build some roads out, but I'm probably wait until the truck station's up. These guys are probably, I'm going to have to probably start moving some of these back. Now, we did a good job anyway in... Yeah, I don't think that's enough. So... These guys will do the job. We've only got 63 recon points. I might send the militia in just to do a... Yeah, maybe just do... No, I'll send them all in at once. It should be okay.
Move it now.
We should be okay here with the GR units that we've got. Yeah, we've done a number on those guys.
All clear, sir.
Okay, so that's those two encircled groups defeated. Now we've got to be very, very wary of supply lines. So I'm going to start moving some of these guys back into where they can actually get some supply. Yeah, you'll see that we're not getting enough supply along here as well. I might build a supply base perhaps somewhere like this. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there's something pulling from there as well. So let's get... No, I think I'll wait until the truck station's up, I think. Okay, so everything else, we're just going to get these back into where they can get some supply, I think. Especially the faster moving units, so... Because they're not getting any... They are... You'll see that they are pulling some supplies. If we just go to the used points, look. They are getting some supplies from these roads. But, you know, they're having to go a fair way for them. And that's stressing our supply lines. So... Let's get some of these guys back. We'll just move them down. I'll bring everyone from the second up to the same kind of place. I don't want them to be going to having to get too far to get supplies. think I'll leave those there. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. Okay, so just make sure that we're not overextending ourselves too far. Baden-Reich shouldn't be moving in on us. I don't think they are. Basically, if they're above 50%, you know, or 50 relation, they shouldn't be taking anything off you. So I'm hoping. I don't know if they've got closer. I don't think they have. Okay, now we've got some decisions to go for. No, we don't want to upgrade this zone yet. National budget. Kind of happy with where this is at the moment, I think. We might even put just a little bit more into... Maybe just a little bit more into model design.
Copy that.
JK faction would appreciate if you take on a candidate. Okay,
Understood.
I'll do that. Now, our spies in Ruchoye packs have found information. So this is basically asking us to check out what they've got. So the commercial faction's winning. The United Liberation Party, and then you've got the National Industrial Cartel. We need to figure out which ones are which. I need to get more spies in here, actually. So let's see if we've got more spies, and we'll see if we can get some more in.
Yes, sir.
Nah, failed. It's quite hard getting spies in there. United Liberation Party sounds like the Syndics. Natural Industrial Cartel. Commercial faction obviously are going to be the commercial guys. We kind of want the real politicas in there if we can.
Yes, sir.
Either way, it will help us to weaken the main party. Military genius in the 3rd Skull Tower Regiment Battalion. We're low on both enforcement and on meritocracy. So yeah, let me think about this. It's going to give us more diplomacy roles. I might go for enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's looking good. And I think with that, we're about at the end of the episode, guys. So I'll catch you in the next episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think so far. Do you like it when I'm spending a little bit more time to think about the game off camera? Or the only thing is that this game, it takes a long time. The turns can take, like in the late game, they can take an hour or more. So I think it's probably better if I at least try to cut down on some of that for some of these episodes. But let me know what you think in the comments anyway, and just what you think about the game so far. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.